You and I are surrounded by absolute fucking retards, which is why this agenda had legs to begin with. I'm gonna play this video. What you need to do is you need to look up a micron. You need to look up how big is a micron. And I can speak from experience. All of the retards that I challenged with just that first little tidbit, none of them have ever been able to answer the question. So you're going to want to look up a micron, how big is it, then look up how many on average a respiratory virus consists of. And you're going to want to compare that against the matrix found in the subject matter rattled off in this pseudo-intellectual slop.
We don't care about your life at all. In fact, we don't care if you die than something like this. The North Carolina Senate has voted to ban people from wearing masks. Specifically, masks that people wear for health, like surgical masks, KN95, KF94, and 95 masks. And that bill is now moving to the House. Anti-masking laws have existed in many different states for decades, but the reason why they've existed mainly is to prevent these kinds of masks. But with this bill, they're trying to make it illegal for you to wear your health mask. So the
No
mask
such
that you wear
thing.
for your health or the health of others around you because you care and because of community. It is trying to make illegal the concept of interdependence and caring for other people and caring for community. It is instead trying to push forward the very age-old idea that has still been propagated of individualism, which is destructive and fatal.
I would say to the bodegas, when I speak to the bodegas associations,
Do note that you can't leave comments on here. And now, also take to heart, when I say there's no such thing as a health mask, if it was Ebola, yeah, technically the matrix in the masks would have some sort of bearing on it, even though it's fucking Ebola and your eyes would, also process the virus, which is no different than a respiratory virus. It's your first line of defense, and yet it's also where most viruses enter, is the point. It wouldn't do a goddamn thing. When it comes to a respiratory virus, there's 0% effectiveness. Zero. Because you're breathing. The moment they become moist, you attract the very thing you were told that it would ward off. But these kids are fucking retards. They didn't choose to look into it first. They chose to buy into something else. And they're still echoing it's an adult fairy tale. It's our master's agenda. It's the official narrative. And it's really depressing. Because this is why things are bad and why they're getting worse. But what the fuck do I know? And look at how many people are following this account. Absolutely irresponsible. The directions that I'm pointing you in, poorly painting a picture, mind you, but I'm tired of saying this shit. They lead somewhere, they reflect reality, and you can prove to yourself that what I'm saying holds water. But that requires you to call upon abstract thought, use the gray matter between your ears, and do the right fucking thing instead of clicking repost and, propagating, perpetuating this goddamn pseudoscience.